Alright, quick one today. In this one, we'll be taking a look at log wheels. Inside the color tab, you can see that we have my main 5 nodes. What I've done here is that I first converted the footage, as you can see here. Then I went in and adjusted the primaries a bit. And then just a small, tiny temperature and tint adjustment. I've just mentioned that I've used the primaries for adjusting the image. If we disable the primaries, you can see it's like this, and enabling the primaries, you can see now we have a good looking image. If you've seen my grade from start to finish video, then I went into the curves and I made some adjustments like this, perhaps, to give the image some more pop or some more contrast punch to it, and that way is all good. So if we disable it and then enable it, you can see that it adds some punchiness to the image. Take a look at the scopes when I disable and enable. You can see that the whole image is just a bit wider when we enable it. Basically takes the image and just drags it apart to the high end and the low end here from the middle and drag everything out. So if I would like to control this punch a bit more and not have the whole image affected like this, then what we could do is that we could first of all disable the curves so we don't have that going on. Then we go to the primaries and we create a parallel node. Let me just adjust this. Okay. Then in this node, we will label it log. So we know that this is the log wheels we will be working on. If we go into the log, you can see down here. First of all, what you notice is that it's no longer lift, gamma, gain here. It's shadows, midtones, highlights. I don't know why they have labeled it that way, but it's good because then we know that the primaries is lift, gamma, gain, and the log wheels is shadow, midtones, highlights. Just, that's the way it is. Take a look at the scopes now. When I drag down the lift, keep on dragging down. So what you can see is that it only affects the darkest parts of the image. If you see the scopes, now I go up with the shadows, basically takes from this range and below and drags it. Okay, so just go back, then adjust to my liking, maybe around here somewhere. Take a look at the scopes again, and I will go up with the highlights. And you'll see that I'll keep going up so you can see. You see from, it's only like from here and upwards it's affecting. So I'll reset that and adjust to my liking, somewhere around here maybe. Disable and enable. Disable and enable. And like you see, this kind of does the same as the curve node here. But I would say it does it in a more controlled way. So maybe you have the image like perfectly dialed in, like exactly where you want it to be, and then you want to add some contrast or some more punch to the image. Well, then maybe the log wheel will affect the overall image less than using the curves for this. When do I use the primaries versus the log wheels? Well, if you remember what we started with the 5 serial nodes here, and what I use the primaries most of the time for is just to make the main adjustments from the CST conversion and to the proper looking image. So that is basically what I use the log wheels for. If I want to control the overall image and just add some more contrast and punch to the image. I don't know which one I use the most. I'm probably using the curves most of the times. I think the log wheels is a great way to preserve more of the image and have a little bit more control of what you are pushing up and pulling down in this case. Okay, that was a real short one. Hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching. Bye.